Okay, guys, I'm back, and you can see my face today. Don't let that run you off, because we got this 78 Monte Carlo by Chevy, the new Mobius kit that I told you guys I was going to do an inbox. So I did some different things here today. I unbagged everything in there before I took the video, so you're not, in a 30-minute video, okay? I think that would be a lot better for you guys. That 30-minute video was pretty long even for me. So I'm going to put this, there's this side over here, again, front and rear view. And there's a 1-1. There's the words. There's the price. This comes via Andrew's Hobby again. Last time I was over there, I think he had 2. That was about a week ago. I don't know if he has a restock or not yet, but you can always call over there and ask him before you make that trip. Okay. And there's more. Here's a blue one with some words again, and the Mobius right there. Yeah. And got some really cool box art on there. All right. Put it on the dirty bench. Yeah, I didn't clean my bench yet, guys. I'm sorry. So, my fat sausage fingers trying to put something up here. All right, so we're going to start out with the instructions again in the beginning. We're going to move this over here. This ain't going to work here. I really got to clean this room, guys. It's a mess. If you guys would like a tour of my mess, just let me know, and I'll give you a tour of whatever I got. I mean, it's pretty massive. So, let me get you down here on this. Bye face. Okay, so here we have the instructions again. And again, it's really cool the way Mobius does everything. They tell you everything you need to know there. The little call outs right here. And again, I can't believe that they're putting cyanoacrylate on there. That is just because they know everybody's using it. This is Mobius item number 2330. Again, available at Andrew's Hardware. So you come on here and you got, your basic sprue maps. You got this little decal sheet. You got 2 decals, 2 plates, and then your dash. That's kind of weak. It's a letdown to me. But there's really some really strange things on this one as well as the Nova. I don't care for the engine too much. It's kind of blocked off, and I don't know, it just kind of looks chintzy to me. I mean, I'm sure it'll dress up all pretty and nice, but yeah. And you got your shroud and your radiator over here. You got your dashboard. Then you go a step forward, they start you on your tires and your chrome rings. This is the right rear, left rear, yeah. Seats again. Right in here, it's pretty cool because you remember how those old ones had they had the chrome buckles in the interior, and then they had the different color ribbing that went down the center. They emulated that in this kit, which is really cool. And you can put some BMF on there and you'd be in the business, bruh. So then you come over here, step 7, and you're starting with the front suspension. It has steel springs to make this suspension work. And then you're doing your front end and your exhaust, and then you're coming over here and you're doing your rear. And you got your steel springs, so it'll pivot, jump, and bounce. Then you're putting your interior together, your door cards and your dash. Then you slide it all together, gas tank, hood hinges. There's a ton of stuff to go on the Firewall, a ton. Then you're putting your frame, your chassis to your interior pan. And you're putting your front windshield in there. Your lights that have a chrome surround, which is pretty cool. And let me see, the last page I believe is over here. And you just slide everything together again, just like the Nova. They have the chrome. Yeah, I suck at this. I gotta learn how to do this. So they got the chrome. It goes in a slot inside of the body, which you'll see. Okay. And you got your headlight buckets, and your chrome goes around your front bumper and your front bumper grill and your trunk lid. And then you have it all together. You have your supports inside the hood. You know, your cowl and fender supports, inner fender supports. More chrome. And hood on and done. It's a total of 14 steps. And then again on the back they show, you know, their painting and marking guide, which is, you know, they give their factory colors for the vehicle. And the well, they don't tell you the interiors on this one, they just tell you the exterior. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different colors from factory. Color name, and then they give you the Model Master equivalent. I don't know why they did that, because it's not available anymore. But be doing some matching, and you could find that out online easy enough. You know, you just put that Model Master number in there, and it'll pop up a color for you. So that's the instructions. Looks like an easy day there. So we're going to start with this awesome body. I can't wait to show you guys this. Really cool, really cool, really cool. So the cool thing about it is, comes with the front bumper already on it, and the rear. Pretty cool. And you know, you got your line here for the Landau top, if that's the route you want to go. And you got seam lines right up here and over here. Right down here, like just like all of them on the top of the fenders. I don't see any sink marks at all, which is pretty cool. But I mean, this thing emulates a Monte Carlo to the T. And there's a strip for the chrome. You know, it's set inside there. Talked to a buddy of mine, Joe, about it over there at Joe's new rust shop. Oh, there's a sink mark right there. Little teeny tiny sink mark. And right there. He said that you have to widen these holes. He told me that on the Nova. I would imagine that it would be the same for the Monte Carlo. You got some mold up here. Yeah, pretty cool chrome detail around the windows. The back one I don't know about, because it's just all one piece. It doesn't separate between the chrome for the Landau top. So I'm going to have to look at that, of course. And then got to be careful over here. You got the drip edge that just stops right there. Does it on both sides. You either make it the Landau, or you could sand off the line, the partition line right here, and make it a hardtop, just a regular hardtop. Good placement for the trunk and the hood. I mean, it looks really good. Really. I mean, it's clean, it's smooth, it's shiny. You know, you can feel a little bit like on here where the chrome was, or the black. You could see, you know, just a little bit. You know, probably some 1,500 to take that right out of there. But yeah, I mean, it's a nice kit. You can't besmirch it. It's really good looking. Okay, so we're going to put that over there. We're going to come over to the next spruzy. Next spruzy. Here you go, Mark. Yep, I'm calling you out again. Gas tank, separate. Got exhaust. You got all your stuff under your hood here. You got wheel parts. You got a frame, which is pretty nice looking frame. Fuel tank, mufflers, brake drums, front brake rotors and calipers. Interesting. Oh, backing plates. And a bunch of little, here's your front end parts for your drag links and stuff. Shocks. I mean, it's pretty, this is pretty cool. I mean, they have the reliefs in there for the, I don't know if you could see them or not, but there's reliefs in there for the rear drum heated, you know how the rear drums have the heat vents in them. They're in there. And then you got your calipers right there for the front discs. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Ain't letting me down yet. Let's see. Alright, then we got some chrome. Here's your rear light surrounds. These are all the chrome that go around the body. There's a grill. That grill looks a lot better than the one did for the Monte Carlo. Headlight surrounds right here. You got factory rims for it. No extra ones, just factories. Yeah, there's none of those hypo parts or anything like that on this one. This is strictly a factory build, unless you put something else on it. So here's some stuff. Here's your lower pan, fan, part of your transmission. I'm going to talk to you about that. The engine blocks and your oil pan. Intake, I'm not a big fan of that at all. A brake booster, a lot of little parts for on top of the engine. Trunk, hood, more stuff that goes on the firewall, suspension, battery, control arms, A-arms, and this is part of your transmission, believe it or not. It's weird. I was talking to my buddy about that. It's something like out of this world. Valve covers, air cleaner, belts. So then you flip it over. Look at the detail. I don't know if you can. I hope you can see that. The detail on the inside of that hood and trunk. I mean, why would that is just stunning. Stunning. I mean, it's like, take this car and you drip some water on it and it grow up into a real car. Okay, so here's another one. Here's the bottom part of your intake tub, seat, and here's those little things I was telling you about that you could do with the chrome. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Door cards here, door cards here. Here's the dash. It looks pretty cool. You got the radio and the heater control and all that in there, and they're really, you could really see them. I mean, they're there. They're there. Visors, windshield wipers. Here's your steering column. It has a hole in it for the key. That's pretty cool. This right here is the top of your seatbelts for your shoulder. That's awesome. So door cards, again, they got sink marks in them, or this one does. Yeah, that's a shame. Here is where I like to show my stuff. Here's your transparencies. There's no color transparencies in it. Color transparencies in this one. It's all clear, so you'll be using your clear paint of your choice. I know there's 100 of them out there. I use the Tamiya myself. Here's the seal springs for the suspension. Here's the decal sheet. That's kind of weak. It's kind of a letdown. But, and then here's your roundy rounds. Man, do these things look small. I mean, they look super small. I mean, I believe from the factory they were 15s. And these don't even look like 15s to me. They have some lettering on them, but I don't know what it is. It's real light. It's just like yeah, there's something written on them, like a Tru-Tex tire or something like that, you know, just real cheap tire. So that was everything that's in that box, guys. But while I got you on here, yes, I didn't clean my bench again. I didn't. But what I wanted to show you was, got this multi-surface Folk Arch paint. It's called Blue Peacock. I like it a lot. And I'm thinking this is going to be the color of the Nova. I really like that color. So, yeah, it's really nice. Really nice. And over here, I want to show you something else I got. Picked these up Sunday at Mr. Wally's house. Wally's. So I got this. They call it a bead reamer, but it's a little file. Now I've been looking for a pin file for a long time, and I'm hoping that this will do what I need it to do. I mean, it's pretty cool. It was only like $3, man. Well, we'll give it a try, you know. Get in there in them little small teeny tiny spots and clean them out and make them. But what I'm really excited about is, I know this is a cheap brand right here, this Apple Barrel, but these are paint pens, okay? They're multi-surface. They're both medium tip. One is metallic silver and one is black. So I'm going to see how they work around window frames and stuff like that. And then I got a medium tip and an ultra fine tip white to do white letters on car tires. You know, put this down and then hit them with the Tester's dull coat to protect it. But yeah, we're going to try that. I really want to try that. I've been trying to do the stamp method, and it just doesn't seem to be working for me. I got a couple of big kits coming up. Well, not coming up. I got a couple of big kits that have the big tires, and I would like to do the white letters, raise whites on them. You know, they're the 112 scales, 116 scales, and I even have a 1A scale now. A buddy of mine was kind enough to give me a 1A scale Trans Am, Rusty, Smoking the Bandit Trans Am, after he seen a video of mine with my disdain when I seen that kit in the hobby store and how much it was. So, on that go, I'm going to say, for take 2 of this video, I hope it's shorter than the last one, and I hope I don't screw it up again and delete it. So, you guys, like and subscribe, please. Leave me a comment. Tell me what direction you would like to go. Again, I'll do pretty much anything. Just give me a hoot and a holler. Let me know. I read them all. So, alright guys. I want to say goodnight. And we'll talk to you later. You'll probably be seeing a couple shorts from me on new kits over at Andrews Hardware. Again, I'm going to post those as soon as I see them for you guys. And whatever ones I decide to get, I will do box openings on them. Or we can do box openings on older stuff that I have. So, you guys have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you soon. Goodbye.